Next matchup sees Hong Kong taking on Argentina. This is for 13th place. They find themselves in this position in the 93rd match. The outstanding South African referee, Ben Klaus.
Argentina ready?
Jamie Hood, who scored a couple of tries here in Singapore. Will get us underway. The fifth match of the weekend for these two sides, and Argentina will field the ball inside their own 22. Vardy into the tackle. Lee looked like he could try and steal the ball from Luna. And Argentina's short pass there to Alvarez, who wears jersey 6. That's their captain, Gaston Raval. 7 brothers. Good player is Raval, so is Barbier. Bellotto is there. You'll see him in jersey number 2 coming in to play halfback now. Again, the passes stick. Lee came off his line to make the tackle, and this is where the gap has appeared for the Argentinians. Up to Hood, in, out, and then Sabato. He's got electric pace as Franco Sabato. He's got the angle as well. Hood has done well to hold him up. Sabato gets there.
Good patience in the end by Franco Sabato. After making the initial break, had to run about 80 metres first. The break down the sidelines, a good footwork when he comes to Jamie Hood. Jamie Hood actually did extremely well here. His sweeper came across and just that little stop and go is what hesitated Jamie Hood. He went low, missed tackle. That's a good score from Franco Sabato.
He brings up his 60th try, the ultimate Argentinian barbecue. The asado is his favorite dish. And this is the captain looking to try and make it 7. What a kick.
You see here the ball player, ball into your hands, just freezes the defence, and he realised, oh, maybe you won't get there. Little stop and go. Where's my players in support? They have to hold from another decoy. The strong fend, good body position to get over.
Cal, you've been in this situation many times. What's the body like on day 2?
Oh, it's sore. I can tell you, very, very sore. Second week also, Willie, after Hong Kong, which is so emotional for a lot of these teams, to be able to come in here. They've already lost a couple of players, so they're down on the bench, but this is time you just got to really dig in and do it for the jersey.
Well, they will want to make sure that they get into the final here. Argentina have been in cup quarterfinals for the last 4 tournaments or so. They set high standards, but here comes Hong Kong through Toby Fenn. Fenn with the tackle from Bellotto. Lee is there. Out to Vardy. Vardy finds Captain Woodward. Here's Kam Shing. Scored a nice try earlier today. 15 carries from Kam Shing after day 1, so he was one of the busiest players. And here's the other one, is Lee, one of the smaller players on the field. Beautifully picked up by Gaston Raval, but the tackle was high.
Yeah, Kato Lee, very quick through that gap there. Such a nippy type of player. Here is here, Kato Lee, just a little stutter step, nearly gets right through to defence, and the high tackle just comes across the shoulder, hence the penalty.
Let's go.
5 players from the Valley Rugby Club in Hong Kong, which is, of course, is where Happy Valley, the racetrack is, and Vardy inside, outside, the pass to Lee. Lee started it with the penalty and gets the finish.
Kato Lee, such a busy player, and the enthusiasm of this Hong Kong team is something that's really stood out for me at the start of this game. Vardy with the nice carry with the late cut. During a lot of defenders for Argentina, and Kato Lee running a nice supporting line.
Well, Hong Kong had success against Russia in their 3rd match yesterday, winning that by 26-19. And I wonder how much of an impact that had on them.
They've just been able to knock over any team on the circuit. I'm sure this Hong Kong team will just give them confidence. They were under the lights last week at home, and a nice kick also here by Jamie Hood. And they performed pretty well last week in Hong Kong. They come away from home, beating a team who's full-time on the circuit. So this one, you can see they're all talking the better for it, and they know the level they need to operate at now, and they're doing good.
Well, there was Paul John named Wales Coach of the Year in 2010. He led Wales to the World Cup in 2009, the Sevens World Cup, and of course the next Sevens World Cup is next year in San Francisco.
Ball back.
Well, it's messy there from both sides, and now Barbier finally secures possession. Raval plays halfback. Belotto out to where Sabato. This is Luna, big and strong, nice offload too. It's been a real feature of the game of sevens in the last couple of weeks. Toby Fenn, no clear release there.
He had his elbows on the ground there, did Hood, so you can't do that anymore. You have to show that you've got supporting your own body weight, so any arms on the floor, penalty.
The offload though, Carl, is a real feature and a lot more teams now using it.
Well, everyone uses it now. It's such a weapon. The ability to take out multiple defenders and still get the ball away. Fernando Lunda, one of the best for Argentina.
And the biggest players for them as well. They use a decoy runner and then they put the ball in the back, the dummy, and then Velez gets there. Hood makes the tackle. 3 Argentinians in that ruck means it might be a little low on numbers out here, but some nice sidestepping, and into the 22 they go. Raval looks to the left and comes back to the right. Barbier, big wide pass out to where Barzan Velez breaks the first, can't get away from Hood, flirts with the touchline. That ball went forward.
Clear release first, you play the ball.
No clear release, I think it is from Hood. There's probably one thing Hong Kong have struggled at over the last couple of weeks is some of the rulings that are on here in HSBC Sevens World Series is a lot quicker, have to be a lot clearer and get out of there.
Stay on.
Velez will tap and give it to his captain. To the line he goes, he drops it off, and Barbier runs into the Hong Kong captain, Max Woodward. They've got space out to the left. Trying to go down the close alley is Belotto. Here's Luna. Nice pass, but they weren't expecting it. Strong defense from Hong Kong. This is a great passage of play, but another penalty.
Wait, there's the ball.
You just have to be careful here, Hong Kong. That's multiple penalties are given away in this area.
To release and cover around the
If they have any more, they have to look out, but still 7-all. They want to hold out here and try and get to half-time on even terms.
There is the siren. More the gong than the siren. Oh, that's lovely. The dummy should be able to get over and does. Ran at the smallest player on the field in Cardo Lee. And Los Pumas strike right before the break.
Yeah, mismatches, wasn't it? Willie, you're right. Defense drifts. Cardo Lee coming across. And in the end, Alvarez was the one that gets over for the Pumas. And what a time to score. As you said, just as the gong goes.
Alvarez gets the second try for the Argentinians. The conversion Raval gets a second half underway. This 13th place match semi-final. And first possession for Los Pumas. Nothing really happening down that right-hand side, and so they just look to bring it back. You can see they're just looking for a forward or someone to carry it forward, and there's Alvarez. He scored a try just before the break. The step in the acceleration, thought about offloading. Better option was to hold on to it, and that's what Belotto did. It's gone over the head of Raval. Good strength shown from Barbier. Now they've got a good lineup out here on the left. Raval with the kick through. Coverdale will win it easily, and he's carried the ball back, so this will be a 5-metre scrum.
Well, there's nothing much he could really do there. Coverdale turning and chasing. Nice option by the captain. Gaston Raval just there and shot with the hand, ball in hand. But the Pumas yesterday were really using their physical approach, trying to play in those short corridors, whereas today they're trying to keep it out of contact a lot more. But they're not staying spread. That's the secret at the moment. Having a lot of passes there, more than double for Argentina.
Hong Kong have had to make a lot more tackles. 15 completed as to the 4 from Argentina. That is certainly going to take its toll in the last 6 minutes of this, the 5th game for these two sides.
Well, they like these short balls, crash balls to Argentina to get a clear scrum here. Look out. Good one from Hong Kong. No, oh, unfortunate. Couldn't get it.
Loose head. Number 2.
Oh, they're renowned for some of the best scrummages in the world, aren't they? The Argentinians in the 15-a-side game.
Oh, they love a scrum, that's for sure. They love contact. Don't worry about that. tough to hold out here too, Willie.
Let's go.
Slowing things down, making sure that they're sticking to their processes and looking for the run. A lovely hole, straight through he goes, and German Schultz scores the third.
Yeah, he's come off the bench predominantly, Herman Schultz, over the weekend. And this is probably one of the easiest tries you'll see. As you said, slowed it down, drew in the defence of Hong Kong, got them flat-footed. They probably got caught looking at the man rather than pushing inside and out. When you get on one-on-one, Herman Schultz hitting a nice line, very tough to stop.
His first try in Singapore. Couldn't have come at a better time in a semi-final, and Rojas with the extras. 36 tries for the 23-year-old, made his debut in Las Vegas in 2013 from the Cordoba area. There's some beautiful rugby regions in Argentina, Buenos Aires, Cordoba, Tucumán, Mendoza, of course. Now they have the ball back again. Kick off, such a big part of sevens, and Argentina have it. Hong Kong just can't seem to get their hands on the ball in the second half. It's been all Argentina, and they lead by 14. Some of those passes that were going to hand last week in Hong Kong, just finding a little bit of turf here in Singapore. As Barbier gets taken to the ground in the tackle of Lee. Great width. Oh, those are crisp passes. That's beautiful. Now they get some step off the left foot. That looked a little high from Woodward. Popped up to Raval. Discipline a problem here.
Yeah, great shape from this Argentinian team, as you said. Well, he went to the far side, come back, actually worked it well. They should have given it wide, one more pass. I think Barbier decided to take it into the setup. But Hong Kong just can't seem to get their hands on the ball whatsoever, and discipline an issue.
All that experience at Raval, you could see him used up the 30 seconds that they had. Then he loops around 2-on-1 situation. Lovely line from Sabato. Scored one in the first. He'll pick up a double here. Classy finish from Los Pumas.
Just one of these training moves that you're able to pull off when it works. It feels so good. Just one pass out, the loop around, draws in defence, freezes it. They have to jam in to get caught short. There's a player on the outside as well. That is well worked by Argentina.
The angle that Sabato ran was the real feature, running into the hole, not the man, and he changed. He came from outside in, meaning that he wanted the short ball, got it. And it played a spare on the outside here is at Rojas.
I think now with Argentina 26-7 up, they'll just try and slow it down and have another game and move on after this one. So it's all about trying to conserve the energy, not do too much from now on in.
Can Hong Kong get their hands on the ball? The answer is no. Because once again, Argentina have got up and competed for it. Raval says, get out of my way, to Kato Lee. And now Bellotto, the hard-working forward. He scored a try just on the break. You can see Chris Mays has come onto the field for Hong Kong with the headgear on. Now the kick pass. Hood is back there playing in the sweeper position, and finally Hong Kong touched the ball. Here is Kam Shing. On jersey 13 for Hong Kong is Charles Hickson Smith. Coverdale goes into cover. Hickson Smith, pass out to Hood, who got to the ball first. And look at the swarming defense from the Argentinians. One down below and one up the top with the ball turned over. Raval, straight ahead he goes. The captain should be too fast here. The mistake from Hong Kong, and Argentina will punish you.
What I was looking at here, Willie, after Argentina kicked the ball back, they didn't actually challenge it to break down the first three anyway. They bid their time. As soon as they took it in here, the second man in comes in and challenges. That's the first time they actually had a second man in. It was Barros Sosa. They get the turnover there, whereas Hong Kong are trying to challenge it every single ruck, and you can't, and expend your energy. So that's good recognition there by this Argentinian team. When to stay out, get your defence set, and when to challenge at the breakdown, get the turnover.
And what it's also highlighting here is that Argentina is a core side on the HSBC World 7 Series. Obviously, the 10 tournaments gives you that experience, and for poor old Hong Kong, this is a learning experience for them.
They'll be better for it, no doubt about that. They're playing better rugby sevens, that's for sure.
5 tries to 1 as we enter the last stages of this game. Argentina looking to inflict more pain, trying to reach the 40s, but Hong Kong, they're not done yet, even though this will be their last appearance here in Singapore for 2017. Strong run there from Hickson Smith. Mays is there. Chris Mays runs into the shoulder of Bellotto. They try and steal the ball, and they're going to get the turnover.
Well, again, recognition of where the breakdown's going to be. And again, is Barros Sosa involved in jersey number 5. Looks like they're getting set to run here too, William. I'm surprised they're not just tapping the ball and kicking it out.
And I think Laval might change his mind here. You can't win this game twice.
Put it out and let's go for shower champ.
And there you go. The experience of Gaston Raval. He says, we're okay with that victory. It's a nice scoreline. And they have beaten Hong Kong here. 5 tries to 1 with a scoreline of 33, Hong Kong 7. Argentina totally dominant, and I'm sure that will show up Carl Tanana with the match stats.
Yeah, possession was a real feature. The tackles miss also high for this Hong Kong team. So to complete a lot more, nearly more than double. But the passes completed stat on the right-hand side in the middle, 48 for the Pumas compared to 18, and you're never going to win a game of rugby sevens when it's that dominant. Pretty much spread the workload, did Argentina with their leading tacklers. Most carries were involved, always going to be out there. Isn't he being the playmaker? Luna only 1 offload, but he's just so influential in the line break. Sabato 3 was a real feature.